some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it.
Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers.
What is it? 780. Check right 54. Right 54. Here we go. Here we go. Check 50. Check 50. Gun. Big gas. Check 9. Check 9. What is it?
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3, 54. I got you, pump. Watch out. 25. Gun. Hey!
From just shy of midfield, Newton, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. The shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete. Bernard. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now Bernard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gun. You got tight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will take over at the 26. Yard line.
Let's go. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
line. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 36, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go, tackle, let's go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 42 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On first down, it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones taking it in. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
20. 8. Express.
Tackles. 45 the mic.
From the 25 on second down, Newton is going to float this one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Cut. Here we go. Even. Easy. Hey. Green, triple C. Come on. Contact. 5-0. Rush in.
Jameis to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check out read.
Easy.
Jones. And some room to work. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game,
and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. D. Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Winston. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
That's it. Right to the 3. Gun.
Mike, rap. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long
8.
It's going to be a long day. 45.
From the gun, here's Newton. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Show some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Great. Express.
Banjo. Hey, check Mike 45.
To throw again. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Goodwin able to haul it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wide, get wide.
8.
Newton on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They snap it to Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On first down, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but hold on, he finished.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Newton now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here. Here's Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 59 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Let's go.
Now Winston. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Room here to run. Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Newton now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Go, go, go. 54,
Newton on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Newton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton can fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. Hey, stop. Follow. 58 to Mike.
To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 49 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go one more.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Let's go.
They'll go again to Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I got you. Showing it. Right,
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a third down.
Ready. Blue ready. 56. Wild Bill. 56 is Mike. 56 is the... Easy. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. This is Logan. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
Right here.
Now Newton on first down. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Newton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on third down. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll begin here with Bernard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 62 yards on the ground. On first down, it's Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face